nearly ready to go here now in Clune for the Division 3 Masonite League final. Aughavas team and Kiltubrid team taking their places now. And Ahavas are going to be playing from right to left for the first half. Jordan Cordell has changed into midfield for the throw-in with Aidan Maguire. And Kiltubrid are as selected number 8 and number 9. Fionn O'Brien and Mick McCormick the captain. Referee checking his umpires and linesmen. Ball is up and the game is on. And first to get it is Fionn O'Brien for Kiltubrid, lets it down. Flick back out towards the side there for number 11, and that's Barry McQueenie. A low ball inside, collected by the number 12, but good work there by Paul Bohan at full back for Ahavas. Gives it up to Owen Kenny. Back to Paul Bohan again. He gives it out to Shavik. Back to Owen Kenny there in the middle. Nice ball up there towards Jordan Cordell on the outside. He fist passed it out to Cathal McNamara. Very young, exciting player on the Ahavas team, but his pass goes astray and Kiltubrid have it back. And it's number 9 this time, Fionn O'Brien, midfield player. Looking up there, see who he can see. He goes inside. It's the number 11, Barry McQueenie, being chased by their Aidan Short marker. But Barry goes by him. And Shavik puts the hand in there. The ball knocked out of his hands, but he gets it back and it's gone out. A wide ball will be kick out for Ahavas, and goalkeeper Aaron Moran with his baseball cap on. He needs this very strong, lovely evening here in Clune. The sun is shining brightly. Down on top of Terry on the camera and yours truly, Colin on the mic. Aaron now teeing up the ball well for Ahavas. No score yet, and we played a minute and 20 seconds here in Clune in this Division 3 league final. A good kick out from Aaron Moore and goes over midfield area up towards the 40, but it's collected there by number 10 for Kiltubrid, and that's Aidan McKiernan. Gives it a cross field ball there towards the number 5, and that's Dermot McKeown into the corner to full forward there. Keelan McKeown. Keelan now turns back, gives it out to the number 15, Danny McQueenie. Still Danny on the left, but he tilts it out to the left and puts it wide. Bad miss there for Kiltubrid in a scoreable position, so the scoreline remains scoreless so far. No score for Clune or for Kiltubrid, or no score yet for Ahavas. And Aaron Moore preparing to kick it out once more. 2 minutes gone here and 5 seconds in Clune in this Division 3 Masonite League final, and no score yet for either team as Aaron Moore kicks it out low this time. It's collected there by the number 8 for Kiltubrid, and Mick McCormick, he gives it inside to number 10, Aidan McKiernan. Going out to the number 9, Fionn O'Brien, and that's the first score of the evening. Scored by Fionn O'Brien for Kiltubrid with 2.5 minutes gone here in Clune. It's 1 point for Kiltubrid and no score yet for Ahavas as Aaron Moore prepares to kick it out one more time for the Ahavas men. Nice crowd here building into the stand here in Clune, and also over on in the sunshine on the far bank. A good kick this time from Aaron. Up it comes as Fintan Gillogly makes a run towards it. So is Owen Kenny, but it's the number 5 close to the sideline getting it up there, and that's Dermot McKeown. Down it comes to the number 10 for Kiltubrid. Fists it inside towards number 5 this time. Number 2 it was Stephen Meehan. Hit hard there by David Charles, but ball goes down from the full forward. Keelan McKeown into the Barry McQueenie again, the number 11. He's all over the place. Being chased this time by Adrian Shaw. Still Barry. Dangerous ball across. Who's going to get it? It's going to be the full forward, number 14, Killian McKeown. Gives it out there to Fionn O'Brien again, the midfield. Number 12 this time pulls the trigger. In it goes. And the second point of the evening is Erlid O'Brien. Maybe he's brother of Fionn. At 2 good points there for Kiltubrid. And no score yet for Ahavas, and we have played 3 minutes 41 seconds here in St Mary's Park in Clune, this Masonite Division 3 League final. Championship draws are going to be made in Park Sean this evening after the Division 1 final of the league. So that'll be senior and intermediate. The kick out is collected in the middle again by Kiltubrid, dominating there. Fionn O'Brien, inside it goes to number 6, Stephen McLaughlin. Looks like he's taking steps, but he pops it over the bar. Second time. Lucky to get away with that. But it's the third point of the evening for Kiltubrid. Scored by their centre back, Stephen McLaughlin. All the way from centre back down as Aaron Moore prepares to kick it out one more time for the Ahavas men. 4.5 minutes gone here in Clune. It's 3 points for Kiltubrid. No score yet for the Ahavas men as Aaron kicks it out, but collected all on his own there. Number 8, Mick McCormack, captain for Kiltubrid, gives it up to number 10. He gets it inside. That's Aidan McKiernan. Out to the corner it goes. Ball gone to ground as Francis Bohan is there with the number 13. That's Con Dolan. Gets his kick in all the same, but Paul Bohan does well. Full back for Ahavas and clears his lines now. Gives it out towards Owen Kenny. He's looking for it back. Oh, Paul has it now. Fists it back out towards Aidan Maguire, the other midfield man. Now he's turning. Fintan Gillogly is looking for it here down under us, but Aidan gives it up towards Sean McKiernan. He loses it, and the number 6 is centre back Stephen McLaughlin, and he wins it again with Fionn O'Brien, the midfield player for Kiltubrid. It's 3 points for Kiltubrid. No score yet for Ahavas. And we have played 5 minutes 22 seconds here in St Mary's pitch in Clune. Number 5 has it this time. Dermot McKeown gives it inside as Shavik puts the hand in, but he does well. Shavik gets it up now close to the sideline. He's fouled. A free up, says Dermot McMorrow, the referee for Ahavas. It's going to be Owen Kenny to kick it. Kicks it inside quickly to Pierce Kenny, his brother, and he's fouled, and it'll be another free for Ahavas. 3 points for Kiltubrid men. No score yet for Ahavas as Fintan Gillogly makes the run and collects it well with nearly 6 minutes gone here in Clune. Ahavas need to get a score to get into this game. There seems to be a foul on Seamus Sweeney, and referee blows the whistle and does award a free into Ahavas. As I say, it's 3 points so far for the Kiltubrid men, and no score yet for the Ahavas men. But hopefully this will be rectified now with Seamus Sweeney to take this free. Out of his hands he's taken it with 6 minutes and 23 seconds gone here in St Mary's pitch in Clune, and there in fact is the first goal for Ahavas, scored by the captain Seamus Sweeney after 6.5 minutes here in Clune. It's 3 points for Kiltubrid. It's 1 point for Ahavas, so they're off on the scoreboard as Noel Gill, a very experienced player, a long time playing for Kiltubrid, kicks it out on the kit though again. It's landing in the air, caught by Aidan Maguire at midfield, gives it up to David Charles. His shot is half blocked down, and Sean Pierce Kenny doing well there, winning it back with David Charles hit off the ball, and it's a free down for Ahavas around the 40 mark. Kicks it down towards Owen Kenny. Owen looking up but gives it in small towards Seamus, but he's gone to ground, and it's Kiltubrid coming out with it. Number 3 there, their full back Dermot McKiernan. Out it goes on the far side, and the full forward you believe is up to collect it. Killian McKeown. And it's can't see that number, but it's still Kiltubrid have it now, and it's Barry McQueenie again, the centre forward. He's flying. Paul Bohan is chasing him this time. Still Barry. What good work there by Shane O'Brien. Knocks it out of him, and Paul Bohan clears the line on the far side there for Ahavas. Up it goes, but Kiltubrid have it back. It's Fionn O'Brien at midfield, playing very well. Gives it up to number 10 this time. Aidan McKiernan it is. But Kiltubrid have it back there on the number 13. As Pierce Kenny there puts in the foul, and it's a free in on Con Dolan this time. The Kiltubrid corner forward by Pierce Kenny, and it'll be a free in for Kiltubrid. It's 3 points for Kiltubrid so far, 1 for Ahavas. And we have played 8 minutes and 21 seconds here in St Mary's pitch in Clune in this Masonite Division 3 League final. It's going to be the number 11 Barry McQueenie for Kiltubrid to kick this. Hop on the ball now. He's going to kick it out of his hands, and it goes on the right. Off the post it goes, and tipped out wide. It looks no need for the Hawkeye here yet. A free out or kick out now for Ahavas and Aaron Moore, Coolbarra, replacing Ross Williams, who got injured last week in the last league game in the group. Three points for Kiltubrid, 1 for Ahavas, and Aaron kicks a nice one out again. Up around the midfield, Jordan gets the hands up, but it's Kiltubrid coming away again. The number 8, Mick McCormick, chased there by Pierce Kinney, but he's foul. As his referee Dermot McMurrow, and he back with the ball to give the free to the number 6 centre back Stephen McLaughlin. Kicks it out here towards the number 5, Dermot McKeown. Dermot now all on his own, nobody coming near him. Still Dermot. Back it goes now to number 10, and that is Aidan McKeown. Back out to Killian McKeown, the full forward, playing very deep. Mick McCormick all on his own. It's a leisurely kick across the field there from Kiltubrid, and Mick McCormick out to number 7, Shane Foley, another very experienced player. Fionn O'Brien turning on the right, gives it back to Shane Foley, the experienced man in the middle, wearing the number 7 at left half back. Crossfield ball here out towards McKeown again, but it's close to the sideline. Is he going to make it? He is. The dugout has been made bigger here. It's very hard to see underneath it, but the pass goes in. But keeper Aaron Moore, no problem with that one. Good work there by Jordan Cordell covering off. And Aaron gets it up there now towards Paul Bohan on the far side. Ahavas need to get the ball up now quickly. Shane O'Brien back to Paul Bohan once more on the far side. It's 3 for Kiltubrid. It's 1 for Ahavas. It's 10 minutes and a half gone here in St Mary's Pitch in Clune. Paul gives it inside. Cathal McNamara, nice ball in. Pierce Kinney heading for the goals. Still Pierce trying to get through Kiltubrid men. Kicks it in and over the bar. That's more like it from Ahavas. 2 points up on the scoreboard now. It's 2 for Ahavas, but it's 3 for Kiltubrid with 10, nearly 11 minutes gone here. That scoreboard hasn't changed yet, Terry. It's still saying 3-1, but it should be 3-2. Injury there to Fintan Gillogly, and he looks to be coming off there. Looks like the hamstring. So there'll be a substitute on the Ahavas team now. Don't see who's gone in there yet. It's Trevor Farley, in fact, going in for Fintan Gillogly.
Number 10, Trevor Farley.
We'll resume the clock again with 11, nearly 12 minutes gone here in St Mary's Pitch in Clune in this Division 3 League Masonite final. It's 3 points for Kiltubrid, 2 for Ahavas, 1 between them. Kick out is on the far side, gone to ground. Kiltubrid trying to get it up the habit in the second attempt. Erlich O'Brien gives it off there towards the centre back, Stephen McLaughlin. Still Stephen trying to get through. The tackle goes in there from Owen Kenny, and referee blows a whistle and awards a free in to Kiltubrid. The fans in the stand are not too happy with that one, but anyway, referees. It's going to be Barry McQueenie again, the number 11, to kick this one. About 45 metres out, dead in the middle of the pitch. He should be able to tap it over. He's taken plenty of steps forward anyway. Every little counts, in it goes. And in fact it is gone. The 4-pointed evening for Kiltubrid, scored by Barry McQueenie, the number 11s, and centre forward for Kiltubrid. It's 4 for Kiltubrid, it's 2 for Ahavas. We have played 12, heading on for 13 minutes gone here in the first half of this Division 3 Masonite League final. As I say, the championship draws have been made in Park Sean after the Division 1 final. And Aaron Moore kicking it out for Ahavas. He chooses the far side of the pitch this time. Shane O'Brien goes up, but you need to have the hands open to catch it. Fists it out over the line, and it'll be a line ball for Kiltubrid. And it'll be Shane Foley to kick it on the far side. With the kit though, again it goes towards the number 10, Aidan McKiernan. Aidan turns now, gives it back to Shane again, all on his own, looking for options on the far side. Gives it to Fionn O'Brien, back to Mick McCormick, captain of it's Finn, in fact, number Condola now, number 13, but his pass goes astray, and Trevor Farley's over there, but Kiltubrid have it back. In it goes inside towards number 7. Good ball inside to number 15, Danny McQueenie. But he's bottled up there. Good work by the Ahavas defence. But inside it goes again, and coming out for it is Cathal. It's Pierce Kinney. Good work from him. He got the point there a while ago. Paul gets the hands up to it and fists it on, but as Kiltubrid have it again. Number 12 this time, Erlich O'Brien. Gives it across there to Mick McCormick, captain of the Kiltubrid men. That's now number 11, Danny McQueenie, centre forward. Men looking for it inside. Francie Bohan making the run there, hoping to get it for Ahavas, but he's put it out over the line. It'll be a line ball for the Kiltubrid men. Kicked by Condolan. Down it goes there to Shane Foley. All on his own, but Aidan Maguire's there now. So is Trevor Farley. Hand goes in and the referee blows a whistle and awards a free to Kiltubrid. Down underneath the stand here, a little bit in. Not just dead centre, but centre enough, as they say. And it's going to be Barry McQueenie again. 4 points for Kiltubrid so far. 2 points for Ahavas. And Barry to kick this free. On the right foot, but it tails out to the right and gone wide. So that's a let off for the Ahavas men. Halfway through the first half now, 15 minutes gone here in Clune. It's St Mary's pitch in this beautiful Saturday evening in August in this Division 3 Masonite League final. It's Aaron Moran for Ahavas. Coolborough to kick it out. Ahavas haven't really got into this game yet. They're hitting and missing so far. The kick out goes well over midfield up towards the 40, but it's going to be the number 5 there. Jordan Cordell is trying to get it up for the Ahavas men. Number 5 for Kiltubrid, but a good work there by Pierce Kinney again. Ahavas hit hard. Pierce gets it inside towards Sean McKiernan. Looking at the post, kicks it in confidently and taps it over the bar. That's the 3rd point of the evening for Ahavas. That's better. So it's 3 for Ahavas, it's 4 for Kiltubrid. 1 between them. And the clock says 15, nearly 16 minutes gone here in Clune. 16 is up now as Noel Gale prepares to kick it out for Kiltubrid. Down the middle it goes on the Kitdoig. Underneath it is Cahill. Judged it very well. McNamara, and he's going to collect it all on his own. A lovely flick up. A very stylish, intelligent young footballer. Gives it up there to David Charles. Black David gives it across to Sean McKiernan. Dummies one way, Nathan goes the other. Good work. Needs to get rid of it though. Still Sean on the solo. Gives it back out to Shane O'Brien. Shane gets it over to David Charles. Field ball over to Owen Kenny. Owen gets it into the corner, but who's there for it? Trevor Farley is there, but Kiltubrid coming out with it. That full back there, Jermit McKiernan it is, and he gives it across to the number 4. And that's Fergal McQueenie. A lot of McQueenies on this Kiltubrid team. Shane Foley gives it off quickly to Fionn O'Brien again. Number 12 it is. Earl O'Brien. Down it goes now to Fionn O'Brien. Down into the corner towards Condolan, the number 13, collecting it well for Kiltubrid. His pass there goes half astray, but Fionn O'Brien wins it back again. On the solo. Back out. Crossfield ball to settle things down. It's Shane Foley on the Kitdoig. Gives it across to the centre back, Stephen McLaughlin for Kiltubrid, looking at the post. He's a bit too far out. It's 4 points for Kiltubrid, it's 3 for Ahavas. And now he pops it over the bar. Good point there by the centre back this evening. That's his second one, Stephen McLaughlin. 5 points for Kiltubrid, 3 for Ahavas. With 17.5 minutes on the clock here in the first half of this Masonite League Division 3 final. It's Aaron Moran once more with the kick out for the Ahavas men. Kicking it short here to Pierce Kinney, who's playing very well as a young footballer on this Ahavas team. Trevor Farley now needs to get out of there. Gives it back to Pierce once more. Quick hands there to Aidan Maguire. Midfield. A long ball down into the corner again. Seamus is underneath it trying to win it. Pushed in the back. It looks like by the full back, but his referee says play on. Jermit McTiernan. Not getting anything soft here. Seem to be steps there, but he gets away with it again. The hands go in. Paul Bohan it is with Barry McQueenie. Good work by Paul. And again, Ahavas trying to get it up, but it's the number 15 this time. Jermit McQueenie, he's foul, and it'll be a free down. Bit of handbags going on there. Referee coming over now, he'll throw the ball up. That's rightly so. 40 cent from the Kiltubrid men. Number 6, Stephen McLaughlin there is fingering to him. And it's going to be Jordan Cordell now going up and trying to win it for the Ahavas men, but it's Trevor Farley. He's foul and it's a free down. Quickly taken to Paul Bohan in the middle as Owen Kenny makes the run. Now all on his own, looking at the post, still Owen Kenny. Being chased by Stephen McLaughlin, but still Owen Kenny gives it out. Fist pass there to Shane O'Brien. Back to Owen Kenny once more. He's looking at the post, but he's coming back out with the ball. And he's going to cross-field it now towards Sean McKiernan. Sean looks at the post, kicked over the nice one confidently, with this one straight into Noel Gill's hands for the Kiltubrid Coolbarra, and he clears his lines. And it's the number 2, I think. Shane Meehan coming with it. In fact, it's number 10. What's he doing up there? But there he is, Aidan McKiernan, still the number 10. Nice pass there towards number 4. Coming strong, Fergal McQueenie. Ball gone up to the 15 this time, Danny McQueenie. I said there was a lot of them on this Kiltubrid team, but his pass goes astray, and Ahavas with Cathal McNamara wins it back. Hit from behind, but no bother to young Cathal. Gives it up to Owen Kenny. Aidan Maguire now making room, and then looks at Pierce Kenny inside. Pierce has it now on the Kit Doigal. Lovely ball in, but it's going to go over the hands and back into the Coolbarra's hands. Noel Gill for Kiltubrid, and it's going to clear his lines. It's 5 points for Kiltubrid. It's 3 for Ahavas. We have played 20 minutes and 12 seconds here in St Mary's. 10 to go plus whatever injury time. Fionn O'Brien again, the midfield player for Kiltubrid. He's doing a lot of running this evening. Coming strong for it there this time is Con Dolan. Calling for the mark, and he gets it. Number 13. Takes it quickly across field ball is Shane Foley. No, it's the Killian McKeown it was this time. Back up to the number 10. Aidan McKiernan. Inside it goes towards Con Dolan. The number 13 run across to get it, in chase by Francis Bohan. But Trevor Farley's over there as well, but Kiltubrid have it back. Kicking it in. Over the bar. Good score there. We'll see the number in a minute. Number 6 point in the evening for Kiltubrid. It's 3 for Ahavas, 6 for Kiltubrid. And that was number 12, Erlet O'Brien scored that one. Kick out is taken from Armore out to Shavik now. And Shavik is away on the solo. Gives it up to Adrian Short. Hasn't been much in the game yet on the ball. Adrian now gives it up to Aidan Maguire. Midfield man. Needs to get rid of it. Aidan now back to Shavik once more. Over to Owen Kenny. Owen crossfield ball there to Shane O'Brien. All on his own out on the outside. Still Shane. Fists it in there to Sean McKiernan, but the pass wasn't great as David comes for it but doesn't get it. David Charles, the number 4, has it. Fergal McQueenie for Kiltubrid, clearing his lines even. Shane Meehan this time, the number 2. Gives it out there to the number 15 this time, Danny McQueenie. It's number 8, Mick McCormick, captain of the Kiltubrid team, playing his part. Gives it back to centre back, who's not a bit afraid to go up and get a point or two. Stephen McLaughlin. Out it goes on the far side towards the number 9, and that's another midfield player, Fionn O'Brien, playing well for the Kiltubrid, but Trevor Farley gets a fist in there, but still Kiltubrid have it back. The number 13 kicks it in this time, but it's gone out to the right and gone wide, and that's Con Dolan. So the scoreline still remains as Kiltubrid 6 points, Aughavas 3. And it's going to be Aaron Moran once more to kick it out. 22 and a half minutes gone here in the first half of this Masonite League Division 3 final. Aaron now with a big kick out, hanging in the air. Up goes the hands over the midfield area. And it's going to be Stephen McLaughlin, centre back, all on his own to collect it for the Kiltubrid men. And there's Pierce. Aidan Maguire now. As Sean McKiernan makes a run, and so does Shavik. Descent there again by the Kiltubrid men. And the referee is calling him over. Number 6, Stephen McLaughlin and Shavik now are going to be interviewed by the referee. Going to be yellow cards, I say, to both players. Yellow card for Shavik, none for Stephen. And we resume the clock with 23 and a half minutes gone. The free is taken by Killian McKeown, the full forward for Kiltubrid, to Fionn O'Brien. Crossfield ball over to Shane Foley, all on his own on the far side. Shane now looking for an option inside on the solo run. Kicks it in side, but running for it is the Con Dolan, the number 13, gives it out to the full forward, number 14, Killian McKeown. Still Kiltubrid in possession. Back over goes to Shane Foley once more. Referee blows the whistle though. Sees a foul there by Paul Bohan, and a free in for the Kiltubrid men. And it's going to be Barry McQueenie to kick it. 24 minutes gone here and 10 seconds as Barry prepares to kick this. Is 6 for Kiltubrid, 3 for Ahavas. In it goes high, lobbing in the air, and it's a 7-point even for the Kiltubrid men, and it's 3 for Ahavas, so there's 4 between them as we run down the clock for the half-time whistle. 24 and a half minutes gone here as Aaron Moore prepares to kick it out one more time for the Ahavas men. Aaron now setting it up on the tee, nice and high. There's the sun beaming down here in St Mary's Park in Clune. Aaron now with the kick out, going low down the middle, but it's straight towards Fionn O'Brien, the Kiltubrid midfielder. Hand pass it off there towards his partner and captain Mick McCormick. Back to Fionn O'Brien again, the other midfield player. He turns and gives it to Barry McQueenie. It is, takes a shot, but it's tailed out to the left and gone wide. Scoreline still remains 7 points for the Kiltubrid men, 0-3 for Ahavas. A while since they got a score. Need to get up 1 or 2 before the half-time whistle. They get them back into the game. 25 minutes and 25 seconds gone here in St Mary's Pitch Park in Clune, even in this Division 3 Masonite League final. Aaron Moore kicking it out, a nice one again. The hands go up, David Charles collects it on the second attempt. He's foul, it's a free in for Ahavas. David now wants to get the ball moving. Crossfield ball, Owen Kenny all on his own, round the midfield area. Cathal McNamara is looking for it as well, but Owen decides to give it back to Black Davy. Looks at the post, kicks it in, and that's better. Over the bar she goes. It's the 4th point of the evening, scored by Black Davy Charles. A good one for Ahavas, needed that. 7 for Kiltubrid, it's 4 for the Ahavas men. 3 points between them, 26 minutes and 12 seconds gone here as Noel Gill kicks it out for Kiltubrid on the far side towards the number 12. Collecting it well as Erlet O'Brien, being chased there by Cathal McNamara. Get into the middle again is Shane Foley on the kit though. He turns back with young Cathal with him, but Shane gets away. Referee now says it was a free and he's putting him back to take it from the right spot. Shane kicks it in to his experienced keeper Noel Gill. Noel now all on his own, he decides to come out the field with the ball, hopping it now, giving it back to his full back to Mick McCormick now, the captain, number 8 midfield player. Back over it goes from Meehan down to number 3 it is, the full back Dermot McTiernan, and number 5 this time Dermot McKeown. Still on the ball, Dermot looking at the post, kicks it into the corner towards Barry McQueenie, but Paul Bohan is there, gets the fist to it, but Barry has it on the second attempt. Paul Bohan is over there, knocks it out of his hands. And Barry goes down there in a heap, but Paul is up. And it's the number 2 this time for Kiltubrid. Back to Fionn O'Brien, heading for the post. Kicks it in. And puts it over the bar. Good score there. It's 8 now for Kiltubrid. It's 4 for Ahavas as we approach the half-time whistle. 27 minutes and 37 seconds gone here in Clune in this Masonite Division 3 League final as Aaron Moore prepares to kick it out one more time for the Ahavas men. 8 points for Kiltubrid, 4 for Ahavas as David Charles Black puts his hands up looking for the ball from the kick out. Aaron is taking his time with it. Pierce Kenny makes their own, but he doesn't see him. Out it comes again now, and it is up towards Black Davy if he can get there. But it's tapped down, and Trevor Farley is fouled. Referee blows the whistle towards the free up. David Charles is going to kick this one. Looking for options once more. Kicks it back towards Francie Bohan. Back to David Charles again. Cathal McNamara's outside looking for it, but he gives it to Adrian Short. Adrian now over on the far side, surrounded by Kiltubrid players, but still Adrian Short gives up a nice ball in there towards Shivik. In it goes from Adrian and over the bar, unusually from the centre back, but well done Adrian. A good score for Ahavas. I needed that one. It's 5 points for Ahavas, but it's 8 for Kiltubrid, and we have played 28, heading on for 29 minutes gone in the first half, and referee putting the hands up to know how many minutes injury time. I think he said 2, was it Terry? 2 minutes injury time it is. And Kiltubrid have it now. They're centre back. Stephen McLaughlin. But Shane Kenny with him. Owen Kenny even. Paul Bohan comes out, gives a great shoulder. In goes Barry McQueenie's kick, but it's tail out to the left and wide this time. Good defensive work there by the Ahavas men. It's a kick out once more with Ahavas goalkeeper Coolbarra is Aaron Morn. It's 8 points for the Kiltubrid men. It's 5 points for Ahavas as we approach the half-time whistle. With 2 minutes of injury time, we have 29 minutes gone and 40 seconds as we approach the 2 minutes of injury. Aaron Moran kicks it out on the far side now. The hands go up again, and winning it there is Owen Kenny for the Ahavas men. Ball gone to ground. Aidan Maguire, his partner at midfield, gets it back. Paul Bohan this time playing well at full back. Paul is going on the solo on the Kiltubrid. The ball tapped out of his hands, but won back there by Aidan Maguire. Hard hits got in, but that's what you need in this level of football. Trevor Farley gets a nice ball down there towards Pierce Kenny, who's playing well. This young man for Ahavas gives it inside to Sean McKiernan. Sean now already got one nice point, maybe two. Sean on the right foot, turning back, gives it to Trevor Farley. Trevor pumps it inside towards Pierce. Pierce heading for the goals. Hand pass to Sean McKiernan, or Trevor Farley it is, saved by Noel Gale on the line. Could have been a goal, but didn't come off. Referee says a free out. There's an injury there to Noel Gale. There's also an injury there to Pierce, I think. There in fact goes the half-time whistle, and the score here in Clune is at half-time is Kiltubrid 8 points, Ahavas 5 points, so 3 between them, and we're looking forward to the second half already. We'll talk to you in St Mary's pitch in Clune. Do we see any changes on either team? I don't think so. Referee Dermot McMorrow checking his linesmen and his umpires already. 8 points for Kiltubrid, 5 for Ahavas. 3 between them now in this Masonite League Division 3 final of the league. Ball is up and the second half is on, and Jordan Cordell breaks it down, but it's Kiltubrid coming away with it, and Mick McCormick, their captain, gives it inside to Barry McQueenie, gives it off to the number 10, Aidan McKiernan. Nice ball in, but gone to ground there, and back won by Barry as he makes the run. McQueenie on the right foot, high, lobbing, tail out to the left and wide. First wide of the second half for the Kiltubrid men. Scored by, put out wide by Barry McQueenie, and it's going to be Aaron Moore to kick it out. The first kick of the second half for him, the Ahavas Coolbarra. He's a baseball cap gone now because the sun is not in his eyes anymore. He's up the top end, and Jordan Cordell taps it down there, and it's going to be Trevor Farley to get it up for Ahavas. They need to get into this game. Giving it back to Adrian McCartan. Back over Sean McKiernan. Sean now this time. Owen Kenny on the far side, making the solo, but tapped the ball out of his hands there again, but he gets it back, gives it over to Black Davy Charles, the number 15 for Ahavas, playing out around the middle now, the number 15 on his back. Cathal McNamara, nice pass in to Sean McKiernan. Sean turning now well, hopping the ball, still Sean McKiernan on the solo. Cathal McNamara making a nice run, a nice dummy inside, pulled, dummies again, ball gone to ground, gives it out to Shane O'Brien, can't get it up. Can he get it on the second attempt? No, he won't. It's Kiltubrid's number 2 coming out with it, Shane Meehan. Gives it across there, and Mick McCormick again. Ball gone to ground though. Shane O'Brien trying to get it up. Trevor Farley is there. He's gone to ground as well, and it's Stephen McLaughlin this time. David Charles close to the sideline. Foul there, says referee, and going to be a line free for the Kiltubrid men. No score yet in the second half. 1 minute, nearly 2 minutes gone here. Stephen McLaughlin this time, as Kieran Moore tells him where to kick it from. Stephen kicks it now. This time down it goes to the full back, Dermot McTiernan. Back over it goes to Shane Meehan, but he's running into trouble there, and it's Seamus Sweeney, but that's judged to be a foul, and it's Stephen centre back this time has it. McLaughlin hopping the ball, Crossfield ball, it goes over on the far side there now. Can't see that number. It's number 4. Fergal McQueenie. There's McQueenie's everywhere. He gives it up to the number 5. And it's Fionn O'Brien. The number 9 kicks it in on the Kiltubrid. Good work there by Aaron Moore and taps it off the crossbar and out towards Cathal McNamara. Owen Kenny it is. A lovely dummy. Owen gets it down quickly towards Jordan Cordell. All on his own now. Needs to eat up the pitch and go on the solo. Shivek is making a run here down underneath this. Shane O'Brien tapping it into the corner towards Seamus Sweeney. Very little on the ball in the first half. Seamus gives it back out to David Charles. David to Shivek. Back to David once more. Hit hard. Still David. He's fouled, but he's warding advantage. Should have allowed the advantage, referee, but bringing the ball back for the free end because there was a score on. Dermot McMorrow from Manor Hamilton. And it's going to be Pierce Kenny coming over to kick it on the Kiltubrid this time. No score yet in the second half. It's 8 for Kiltubrid, 8 points. It's 5 for the Ahavas men. And it's nearly 4 minutes gone here in the second half of this Masonite League Division 3 final. Here comes Pierce now on the Kiltubrid. It looks high. It looks good. And it's gone over the bar. A lovely point from Pierce Kenny. And that puts Ahavas now into her sub on the Ahavas team. Shane Short comes on. That's 6 points for Ahavas. It's 8 for Kiltubrid. And it's going to be Shane O'Brien coming off the Ahavas team, wearing number 12. As Shane Short goes in, wearing the number 17 for Ahavas. The kick out from Noel Gill on the far side is long, but it's going to be won back by Ahavas, but it's gone out over the line and he's given the sideline ball to Kiltubrid. Quickly taken. In it goes. Barry McQueenie again gets it on the break. On the solo now is still Barry. A nice ball up towards the sideline. Will it go over the sideline? It looks like it will. It's going to be a line ball for the Ahavas men. Adrian Short is going to kick it quickly. Cathal McNamara, the young man, gives a nice pass there to Paul Bohan. Paul fists it down now towards the sub, Shane Short. Back over it goes, but his pass goes astray. And Shane Foley does the cute one and wins the free. So he taps Trevor Farley out of his way, and Shane kicks a crossfield ball this time. Over there to his full back, number 3, Dermot McTiernan. Over there, still Kiltubrid Bellin. It's the number 5. Back to number 10, Aidan McKiernan. Back over to Barry McQueenie, the man who's instigating every score. Back out it goes to Fionn O'Brien on the far side, wearing the number 9. Back to Barry McKiernan again, hopping off them. Still Barry on the solos. Gives it out on the far side, but the fist goes out to Fionn O'Brien, the midfield player. Back to his captain, Mick McCormick. Mick kicks it over to this man who's everywhere this evening, Stephen McLaughlin. And it's the full forward this time, kicks it in on the right. And it's tailed out to the left and gone wide. A let off for Ahavas as Killian McKeown it was that time. Substitutes warming up on the Kiltubrid bench here underneath us as Aaron Moore prepares to kick it out for the Ahavas men. There's 2 between them. It's 8 points for Ahavas. It's 6 for Kiltubrid. And I'll tell you the clock in a minute when I get this keyed in. It's 6 minutes, a little over it gone, and 13 seconds gone as the kick out comes out on the far side. Aidan Maguire trying to get it up, but doesn't. Does on the second attempt though. Hit hard. Ahavas can't get it back, and now it's a full forward for Kiltubrid has it. Killian McKeown, he missed the kick a minute ago. Back out it comes to Fionn O'Brien again, midfield player for Kiltubrid, looking at the post, kicks in, there's the ball to full forward, has it. Taps it in and over the bar. Wise decision. An awkward angle, but that's the first score of the second half for the Kiltubrid men. So it's 6 now, there's 3 between them once more. 6 points for Kiltubrid. 9 points for Kiltubrid, it's 6 for the Ahavas men. And it's going to be Aaron Moore preparing to kick it out one more time. 6-7 minutes gone here in the second half of this Division 3. Caught well by Jordan Cordell from the kick out from his keeper. Aaron Moore, Shane Short. Back to Cathal McNamara as James Sweeney makes a run. But it's in over the heads of Sean McKiernan, in fact. And Noel Gill and his captain Mick McCormick, but it's over to the number 3. Fist passed it out on the sideline there to Erlet. Back to the number 3 again, Dermot McTiernan. Fionn O'Brien again. making room with Kiltubrid. Still on the ball, but good work there by Pierce Kenny. Kicks it down with a sunny straight down to the number 5, collecting it. Derek McKeown for the Kiltubrid men again, trying to build with Fionn O'Brien. The ball goes to ground, and he goes to ground, and the ball is still on the ground. No one getting it up, but now the Kiltubrid man has it. It's Mick McCormick charging his way through. He's foul. It's going to be a free down for Kiltubrid. Just past the midfield area. Mick back over to Shane Foley, all on his own, as Shane Short goes with him. Kicked into the full forward, collecting it well. Killian McKeown back out to Barry McQueenie. This man is everywhere this evening. Still Barry on the solo run. David Charles goes towards him. So does Shane Short. Paul Bohan gets the shoulder in. Seems to be overplaying it, and Foley has it this time as Paul Bohan is with him. Good shoulder there from Bohan on Foley. Picked up there now by the Kiltubrid Stephen, centre back again. McLaughlin into Shane Foley. Another experienced player in the corner. Down it goes to the midfield player Fionn. Back out to the number 15 this time, Danny McQueenie. Danny now looking at the post, kicks it in, and kicks a lovely point over the bar for the Kiltubrid men. Putting 4 points now between them. It's 10 for Kiltubrid. It's 6 for the Ahavas men. And it's going to be Aaron Moore preparing to kick it out once more for Aughavas. With 8, nearly 9 minutes gone here in the second half of this Masonite League Division 3 League Final. Out comes from Aaron. Collected there by Seamus Sweeney up around the midfield area. Seamus is pulled hard by the full back. Jeremy McTiernan, and the referee says bring the ball down now for descent. And it's going to be Seamus Sweeney himself to kick it. With 4 between them, it's 10 points for Kiltubrid. It's 6 for Ahavas, and this to put 3 between them if he can pop it over the bar. It's about 35 metres out, dead straight in front of the goals, and it's Ahavas captain Seamus Sweeney to kick this. Here he comes now out of his hands. Drills it in, and over the bar she goes, over the black spot as they say. So that's 7 now for Ahavas, 10 for Kiltubrid, 3 between them. With 9 minutes, nearly 10 minutes gone here in the second half. This Masonite League Division 3 final, as Vince Gill, no, it's Noel Gill, the Kiltubrid. Coolbarra collected well by Fionn O'Brien, calling the mark. Down it goes to Barry McQueenie turning. Dangerous ball inside. Well, it's knocked out of his hands. Great work by Cathal McNamara, and Adrian Short is pulling him out as he comes out with it. Gives it to Aidan Maguire. That's better for Ahavas. Shane Short gives it out to Shavik. A lovely dummy again. Back to Shane again. Needs to get up and get rid of it. David Charles comes in and wins it. He's hit hard. It's a free down for Ahavas. That's 10 points for Kiltubrid. It's 7 for Ahavas. There's 3 between them. As Owen Kenny now makes the solo. With 11 minutes about to come up on the clock, gone in the second half of this League Division 3 final. A foul on Owen Kenny there, but not given. Down it goes. The number 6 goes in hard there on Seamus Sweeney, and his referee is reaching for his notebook. Or is he? He was, but he's not anymore. A rough enough foul there by the centre back Stephen McLaughlin on Seamus Sweeney, as Kieran Moore, the linesman, asks the Ahavas selector to make his way back to the sideline. And Seamus is going to kick this free himself. 10 points for Kiltubrid, 7 for Ahavas. With 11.5 minutes on the clock in the second half of this League Division 3 final. Sponsored by Masonite. Here comes Seamus. It's going to tail out to the right this time and wide. Number 3 there, off the ball stuff on Seamus Sweeney. Referee's keeping an eye on it there now. Out comes the kick out on the far side. Collected by the full forward for Kiltubrid, Killian McKeown. Gives it up to Mick McCormick, their captain. It's 10 points for Kiltubrid, it's 7 for Ahavas as McCormick. Killian McKeown, it is McCormick still with the ball for Kiltubrid. There's an Ahavas man down, injured on the far side there. What's the referee doing? He doesn't stop play, but he doesn't. So Ahavas man still down. It's Kiltubrid, number 5, kicking it in. Tailed it out left and wide for Kiltubrid. Still 10 points for Kiltubrid, 7 for Ahavas. Gordon Cordell seems to be leaving the pitch, unfortunately, and it looks like Kieran Moore will be coming in for Ahavas. Resume the clock with 12, nearly 13 minutes gone here. It's 10 points for Kiltubrid, 7 for Ahavas. Kick out, won by Cathal McNamara. Gives a nice ball across to Shane Short there, surrounded by Kiltubrid players, but Adrian Short has it back this time. Gives it up to Paul Bohan there. Paul this time. Kicked as he went for it. And Kiltubrid win it back on the far side. Still 3 points between them. It's 10 for Kiltubrid, it's 7 for Ahavas. And Kiltubrid with Barry McQueenie again, giving it out to number 10. Aidan McKiernan. Fionn O'Brien, midfield player for Kiltubrid, giving it over to the sub there, number 20. Emmett Mahan, who has come on the Kiltubrid team. Shane Foley there trying to bury his way up. Referee says foul. Couldn't see much in that, but cute player he is. He won the free, and it'll be a free end for Kiltubrid. About 45 metres out. Around the middle area of the pitch, as going to be Barry McQueenie to kick this one. 10 for Kiltubrid so far, at 7 for Ahavas. And Barry McQueenie to kick this free. 14 minutes up on the clock. Heading for the halfway mark. It's not going to make it, is it? It hits the crossbar and comes back down. Collected by Con Dolan. Ball gone down to ground again. Con has it back, but a good block there by Adrian Short. But great work there by Paul Bohan. And it's a foul there, a free out for the Ahavas men. And there's another. Paul's gone down injured this time. Back live again here, and thankfully Aidan Maguire now seems to be shaking off that injury, and the free is kicked out by Adrian Short. On the far side is Paul Bohan making the solo run. Still Paul. Referee blows a whistle and awards advantage. It's Adrian Short getting it down there, but his pass goes astray and it's won back by the Ahavas men there on the far side. Pierce Kinney, but Adrian Short's kick goes over the sideline, giving a line ball back to Kiltubrid men. On the far side, can't just see that number who's kicking that ball. I think it's number 5, Dermot McKeown. Out it comes, a good work there by Owen Kenny. He's hit hard. Still Owen gives it inside towards Sean McKiernan. Now that's better. It's Francie Bohan. Francie gives it in to Trevor Farley. Back out to Cathal McNamara. His shot's blocked down. And back out to the number 2, Shane Meehan. And Kiltubrid build again from the back, and it's Mick McCormick now, the captain. Out it comes here to the number 20, Emmett Mahan. Up to the number 15, Danny McQueenie. Back over to Mick McCormick, the captain. Mick kicks it inside. Who's going for it? It's the number 17 for Kiltubrid. Turning now on the left. Looks at the post. Kicks it in and over the bar for the 11 point of the evening for Kiltubrid. It's 11 for Kiltubrid, it's 7 for Ahavas. There's 4 between them as Colin Maguire comes on the Ahavas team. And Aidan, his brother, has actually gone off limping up at the goals. So it's brother for brother on the Ahavas team. The Maguire brothers this time as Colin comes on. And it's going to be Aaron Moore now. The Ahavas need a good lift. Out it comes in the middle. The hands go up. Good catch by David Charles. Foot blocked there by the Kiltubrid men, and free down to Ahavas. "17 minutes up on the clock. The second half of this Division 3 League final, Masonite. Kieran Moore to kick the free. It's 11 for Kiltubrid, it's 7 for Ahavas, 4 between them. Kicks it inside towards Sean McKiernan. A nice one it is. Sean now on the solo, heading for the goals. Fists it in quickly towards Seamus. Collects it on his chest, surrounded by 2 Kiltubrid men. Gone to ground and adjudged to be foul. Free in for Ahavas men. And it's going to be Seamus to kick this one himself. Pierce Kenny is running out to kick it on the kit though. He tapped over a lovely one there earlier. This is a very awkward angle for this young man, but he has it in his calibre to do it. 11 for Kiltubrid, 7 for Ahavas. This to put 3 between them. With 18 minutes up on the clock, and there's the score of the evening. Scored by young Pierce Kenny, who's having a great game on the Ahavas team. If there was more playing like him, there would be less in it, as they say. Anyway, there's now 3 in it. It's 8 for Ahavas, it's 11 for Kiltubrid, with Noel Gill to kick it out for the Kiltubrid men. And he's in no great hurry at the moment. Here he comes now. It's a mighty one, up over the midfield area towards the 40. The hands go up, it's caught by the number 20. Mr. Mahan. Emmett. He gives it a crossfield ball to number 4 all his own, Fergal McSweeney. Carl McNamara cuts in a good tackle there. Back to the number 4, gone to ground, but good work there by Owen Kenny, this time for Ahavas, trying to come out with it. Gives it back to Trevor Farley. Needs to get out of there. The pass gone back astray, but Paul Bohan coming to collect it now. And clearing his lines as Carl McNamara makes the run. Stephen in with a late tackle there on Bohan, but he didn't get him. Back over it goes to Adrian Short now. Centre back for Ahavas. Fisting it down towards Francie Bohan. Francie this time, quick ball down to Owen Kenny. Owen looking for options. Still Owen Kenny surrounded by Kiltubrid players. And he's fouled. The referee says a free down for Ahavas men, but Kiltubrid don't agree with it, but it doesn't matter. Adrian Short to kick it. Owen Kenny down in a heap there. He's up again on his feet. Ahavas build on the far side with Colin Maguire on that trusty left foot. Colin fists it back up towards Shane Short. Crossfield ball this time to Owen Kenny. There's 3 between them. It's 11 for Kiltubrid. It's 8 for the Ahavas men as Kieran Morgan gets it back to Paul Bohan. Nearly 20 minutes on the clock. But the ball won't come up for Shane Sharp, but it does for the number 10 for Kiltubrid. And that's Aidan McKiernan. He's fouled. A free up for Kiltubrid. Quickly taken. But over there's Adrian Short. A good rob from the full-back, Jeremy McTiernan. Now it's Adrian Short making a burst down the field for the Ahavas men. We need to get a score. Quickly taken down to Trevor Farley. Out to Colin Maguire there on the run. Colin hit hard from behind. Referee blows no whistle. It's still Sean McKiernan. Back out to David Charles. Owen Kenny making the run, but his pass gone astray there from David over to Owen. He's trying to get up on it. And it's the number 14. Gets it away and gets it up on the far side, and that's Killian McKeown. But back it comes to the Kiltubrid half back. Back over it comes to number 5 this time, Dermot McKeown. Now Dermot on the solo run, still looking for options. Emmett Mahan has it this time. Played well since he came on. The number 20 for Kiltubrid gives it over to Stephen McLaughlin. Gives it back to his cool bar on Old Gill. It's 11 for Kiltubrid. It's 8 for the Ahavas men. Good work there by David Charles. Now there could be a goal on as a penalty. Up. Direct pull down. No free given, or is there? Oh, that was a very dangerous tackle from behind. That should be... Let's see what this referee is going to do. I don't see him getting any card out, Terry. David Charles completely taken out of it there. From behind. Is it a penalty? I think it was outside the penalty area. It looks to be from here. Hopefully it was inside, but the referee now is Ray McBrien is in there giving the referee a bit of his advice on what to do. That was deliberate takedown from behind and a dangerous one as well. Is it a penalty for the Ahavas men? There's no cards given out yet. Referee says to Noel Gill, get back in your line. It looks to be a penalty for Ahavas to put the game level.
Sub coming in to give his opinion.
I didn't stop me clock there. There's 23 up, but we're stopped there for at least 3 or 4 minutes. And it is a penalty for Ahavas as Derek McMurrough now points to the spot, and it's going to be Seamus Sweeney to kick the penalty for the Ahavas men. With 3 between them, this will level it up if he can put it in the back of the net. Noel Gill now getting ready for the Kiltubrid men to try and save it. Seamus sets the ball down on the ground now. Referee says everybody back behind the line. And Kieran Moore is in there with the flag, making sure that they are behind it. Here comes a penalty from Seamus. Kicks it in, it's in the back of the net. It's level pegging now. 11 all here in Clune. 1-8 for Ahavas. 11 for Kiltubrid, and it's Noel Gill to kick it out for the Kiltubrid men. He's in more of a hurry this time. As Kieran Moore and the linesman makes his way back out. 24 up on the clock, but I didn't stop my clock. And it's Kiltubrid now coming out with a short kick out. But Seamus Sweeney and Colin Maguire is putting the pressure on.
How did he not give a card there?
And referee give no card there. That's disgraceful. Anyway, down it goes. Underneath this here, we can't see what's going on with the dugout. Charles gets the shoulder in there hard after the tackle he got earlier. It's Kiltubrid again, Stephen McLaughlin. In goes it on the far side. Emmett Mahan kicks it in on the right. And taps it over the bar. The lead again for the Kiltubrid men. It's 12 now. This time it's points for Kiltubrid. It's 1-8 for Ahavas 11. 24, nearly 25 minutes gone. A lot of bargy going on down here underneath us. And a Kiltubrid player down with cramp. That's terrible. Giving a black card to Black Davy Charles now for that. My God, and he gave no card earlier for the bad tackle on David. The kick out comes. Put over the line there from Emmett Mahan. It's a Ahavas ball, surely.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you kick.
Adrian Short with the line. Referee says hold on. Free taken there from Adrian Short. Back to Owen Kenny, back to Adrian once more. Down it goes as Colin Maguire goes up to try and collect it. But it's Mick McCormick coming away for the Kiltubrid men. 5 minutes of injury time to be played. Still Kiltubrid as the ball goes in. Colm McNamara gets a hand over it. Still Kiltubrid player has it. Looks at the post, but still in play as Francie Bowen comes towards it. But it's the number 15, Danny McQueenie. Referee blows a whistle and says the jersey was pulled. Can't see anything there. Gives a free in for the Kiltubrid men with 1 point between them at the moment. 12 points for Kiltubrid, 1-8, which is 11 for the Ahavas men. We have 5 minutes of additional time. And it's going to be the number 20 this time to kick this free. Barry McQueenie came off the Kiltubrid team. He must have been injured there earlier on. So the number 20 is Emmett Mahan, who's already scored one. He kicks it in and he scored a second one now. It's 13 points now for Kiltubrid. It's 11 for Ahavas, 1-8, 2 between them. Plenty of time left here yet. But very, very controversial refereeing decisions here tonight. Give no red card for that foul on David Charles earlier, or black, or yellow even. As the kick out comes on the far side, Pierce Kenny wins it to Shavik, gives it down now towards Sean McKieran, turns quickly. Ahavas now over to Kieran Moore. Kieran now gets it down into the corner towards Seamus Sweeney. Seamus doesn't win it this time though. It's Kiltubrid coming out with it. Jeremy McTiernan. Back over to Fionn O'Brien. Back up it comes. Back over to McTiernan again. Into Mick McCormick. Back over to Tiernan, the full back. Up the field. Ahavas players around him there. Ball goes to ground. Emmett Mahan has it. Back over this time. Back out this time to the number 15, Danny McQueenie. Down now to the number 2, Shane Meehan. Back over to McTiernan. Shane Foley on his own over on the far side. Looking for options. Still Shane Foley. Gives it up now to his captain, Mick McCormick. Back to Shane again. It's the number 6, Stephen McLaughlin. The centre back gives it inside, but ball gone to ground, and it'll be won by the Ahavas man, Owen Kinney. Deep in his own defence, gives it down now towards his brother Pierce, if he can get to it. Well, it's Stephen McLaughlin winning it back for Kiltubrid. Played very well for them this evening. Still Kiltubrid in possession. There's 13 points for Kiltubrid. It's 1-8-11 for Ahavas, 2 between them. And it's still Kiltubrid now in possession with Emmett Mahan this time once more. Back inside it goes again, but Kiltubrid building once more. The full forward Killian McKeown. Back down now to Foley. Shane. Crossfield ball to Fionn O'Brien. This time it is. Fionn now. Got by Shane Short. He's pulled down by Adrian Short, and a free end for the Kiltubrid men. And the free will be kicked by Emmett Mahan. Emmett kicks it into the corner. Back out to Emmett once more from the number 21, Mickey Early. And Ahavas trying to get their hands on this ball to win it back, but Kiltubrid man gone to ground, but play on says referee. Number 2 this time is Stephen Meehan. Crossfield ball once more to the full back, Jimmy McTiernan. He makes a run now, fists it up. Back to McTiernan again, seems to be steps in this. Paul Bohan makes the interception, and down he goes in a heap. It's now Cathal McNamara for Ahavas that can get down and get a free. Hitting off the ball there. Very poor refereeing. Adrian Short now to kick this free down for the Ahavas men. It's 13 points for Kiltubrid. It's 1 goal and 8-11 for Ahavas. And this ball needs to go into the square to get something out of it. Cathal McNamara now looking for options. Gives a ball inside to Trevor Farley. Trevor now gives it out towards Francie Bohan. Francie gives it inside to Owen Kinney. Deep in Ahavas the forward line. And so Colin Maguire looks at the post, kicks it in on the left, but it's Gary Owen. It's tail out to the left and gone wide. It's 13 for Kiltubrid. It's 1 goal and 8-11 for the Ahavas men. 2 points between them as we approach the final whistle. Noel Gill now to kick it out for Kiltubrid once more, but he's in no hurry. 13 for Kiltubrid, 1 goal and 8-11 for the Ahavas men. Of course, Ahavas down to 14 with David Charles being black carded. There goes the final whistle. And it's a win for the Kiltubrid men on a scoreline of 13 points for Kiltubrid, 1 goal and 8 for Ahavas. So congratulations to Kiltubrid and hard luck to the Ahavas team. And from Terry Williams on camera and yours truly, Colin Moore on the mic, it's good evening from St Mary's pitch in Clune.